Hello, everybody. Hello to everybody in the chat. Good to see you all. Good to see you. Welcome. I'm Natalie. This is Scientology Life After a Cult, where I share a recap of the Scientology news that has the internet buzzing. We talk about Scientology protests. We talk about creators covering Scientology. We also talk about my 35 years in Scientology, growing up in Scientology, and leaving with 3 generations of my family. So welcome. If you are new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, you know to check your buttons. And would love it if you would hit the like button as well. It'll help us to get out notifications and get things rolling. If you're joining on the replay, please jump into the conversation. Go ahead and post your comments, your questions, what your thoughts are, where you are watching from. If you have a question, if you could put question in all caps and go ahead and put your question there, that'd be super helpful to help us find it and get to as many questions as we can. These super chats automatically get starred, but we need to dig for those questions. All right. We're gonna get into it because we have so much to talk about today. We've got some. I'm gonna kick it off with a clip from Whitney Cummings' podcast. This, I think the clip was shared on Instagram, and there's links down below to all of the videos that I'm going to be talking about. So you can go down and watch them all there. Good morning, everybody. I love seeing you jump into the chat. Hola. This was, I don't know if you guys ever heard, and this, you know what, really, I'm sharing this because I have questions. I have many questions. I saw a clip of Tara Manning. Is it, or TARYN? TARYN Manning. She was on Orange is the New Black, and she was talking about this gold juice. So if somebody could explain in the chat or the comments what exactly that is. All I know is it has something to do with allegedly this gold juice that celebrities drink that is made from the blood of tortured children. And it sounds like a bit of an urban legend, but I don't know. And I was curious if you guys knew about it, because Whitney Cummings in this clip makes a tie to Scientology. And I don't know if it's just because where TARYN Manning was introduced to this gold juice or was right by Scientology, or if there's more of a tie. So you guys tell me. This is something I am curious about, and I'd like to know. So if you do know, remember too, you can always email me at natalie@tonkatalk.com. If you're sharing clips with me, if you could put the timestamps or send the exact clip and what I'm looking at, that helps a ton. It really helps me to put all this together and be able to share it each day. And I really appreciate every single one of you who sends me something. So I appreciate that. So let's just take a look and a listen.
Just before you were in movies?
After. It was in an office building, like on like Argyle and like Selma.
It's across from the Scientology Center.
And everyone would be doing, I call it the devil's dandruff. Because
cocaine.
I remember there was a dude up there that pulled me aside. I remember he had a long black trench on. And he was like, so you seem kind of like bummed. And I'm like, no, I'm not bummed. I'm just ready to go home. It's like, but my friends weren't ready to go. And they're just talking about, I don't know if you've ever been around a bunch of people doing drugs, but
it's called podcasting. Yes.
He's like, have you ever tried gold juice? And I'm like, what do you mean by gold? Like 14 karat, like liquid jewelry? What do you melt the gold
He's like
down?
with his trench coat, like, this is going to be a tough one.
I asked too many questions.
Like, he's like, I thought this would be easier.
But then I remember he drifted away and then he kind of vanished in the night. Like
he's like to the Scientology cameras. He's like, no bother. This one's a problem.
Oh, I thought that was funny. You got to love all those Scientology cameras. Everybody knows about it. Doesn't it really seem that way? Because they're everywhere, which is just kind of creepy. I mean, I guess it's nice that they can help the police if something happens. If something happens that Scientology is not involved in, if they're not going to incriminate themselves, they will hand it over. So if you guys know about that, I'm just curious. I don't know what it is all about, but thought I'd get your thoughts. William Good, Scientology Audit Streets LA, shared some words last night about the protesters, the live streamers. He has a good long history of being an activist and working with different groups who are activists. And I thought it was very, it was really nice what he said, but it also really communicates in my mind how different this is from other protests that have been done on Scientology, the involvement of so many people who've never been in Scientology and how they're doing it. And again, this is William Good, Scientology Audit, Streets, LA.
These kids right here that are out there protesting are the best activists that I've dealt with. I hate to say that. Don't be wrong. There's some really great activists out there that I truly love. Like, Jason Reedy, Richie Sergianko. Like, these are people I really adore. But this group of kids right here are about it.
I love that. I love that. I mean, he's, again, worked with many different activist groups, and it's really nice it's more than nice. It's really cool to have these kids acknowledged. The vast majority of them have never been in Scientology, but they know about it. They're connected to it. They have such a passion for ending these abuses. And I love that they're out there doing it. So I love that shout out that William Good gave them, because they absolutely deserve it. And one of my favorite things are seeing people out there who have been in Scientology, ex-Scientologists like literally Serge and Laura FM, out there working with them, protesting, sharing their stories, and helping to educate the protesters as well on this is why we do this. Reminding them of the things that, their own stories and things that happen, because so much of it is, it's heartbreaking. And I love seeing them come together and work together and build this community. It's fabulous. It's not creepy, but you know what is creepy? The guy who was following Confident Chris. I don't know if you guys caught this. I'm going to share a clip of Confident Chris going back to where his assault happened. And there's a dude who's been identified because he was followed him to this location. And the man was identified by Chrissie Bixler as someone who works for OSA, the Office of Special Affairs, and the Stand League. And the Stand League is Scientology taking action against discrimination. Does that make any sense? No, because it doesn't. It's a Scientology front group that Scientology uses to go after protesters or people that they just don't like, which tends to be anybody shedding a light on what's really happening in Scientology. Big surprise, Scientology doesn't like that. So this Stand League is just a bunch of BS. But this guy apparently has been seen before and has followed people before, and he creepily followed Chris and then tries to act like, hey, how you doing? I'll play the clip and then we'll talk about it. Take a look.
What's up?
Hold on. Let me pull.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man.
So typical,
Yeah.
too, right? Confident Chris is back out there, back doing his thing, and he gets followed by this guy who pretends like he's all friendly and stuff, but really it's always about the attempt to intimidate with Scientology, which they usually fail at. So let's take a look. This is Confident Chris.
I'm talking to somebody right now. Yeah.
Is this where it happened?
Yeah, right here.
Oh man, I'm so sorry you got.
Yeah, but I'm good.
You look good.
Yeah, thanks.
You look good.
Yeah. Just talking to this guy right now.
Oh, does he have footage?
Yeah, he should.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to Burger King. You
Go-
need anything at Burger King?
Nah, I'm good, man. Thank you.
I'm
yeah.
so glad you're happy and healthy, and I'm so sorry that happened.
All good.
It's supposed to be a safe neighborhood.
Yeah, I thought so too. Right? All good.
All right, man.
Yeah. Live and learn.
So what is dude doing? Is he trying to find out if Chris got a hold of the footage? I mean, sounds like it to me. I'm speculating. Tell me your speculations. What do you think? Why is he following him? Because he was there to see if he could get footage, find out if he already had it, to find out what it was showing? I don't know. But as creepy as all get out. And like I said, this guy has been identified as being an operative for the Office of Special Affairs of Scientology and their BS Stand League. Stand League. It still just cracks me up. Scientology taking action against discrimination. It's ridiculous. I know you guys know this. All right, we're going to jump over to Help Me Film Them. This was super interesting. He's talking to Officer White, I believe, an LAPD officer who in the past has performed at the Scientology Celebrity Center with, oh my gosh, I'm going blank on his name, but the cop who was a total douche when AA Ron was detained and arrested in California. So the officer who's being spoken to was the guitar player, and helped me film them. Pretty much asked them, like, are you going to be going there again? Are you going to be playing music for Scientology again? Is this going to happen again? Spoiler alert. No, it's not. You guys got to see this if you didn't catch it already. I loved it. All right. Take a look and a listen.
When's the next time you're going to play guitar for Scientology? Never? No more? That was the last time?
So I guess
That's the last time? You say yes, that's the last time.
I just cannot. You heard it. Nope. He's not doing that again. I love when it hits somebody what the truth about Scientology is. When they realize that what Scientology puts forth, whether it be financial contributions to the LAPD or stories about their front groups and what they're doing in the community, which we know is primarily made up of lies, out of context, or taking credit for work somebody else did. They're famous for it with their front groups. Famous for it. And it's great when somebody, really anybody, but especially someone in the LAPD is like, yeah, no, I'm not going over there anymore. Nope. I know now. When you know better, you do better, right? You learn and you do better. I give him credit for that. All right. At live_Danny, he shared meet Mr. Spicy Eyes. Well, you'll see it. I thought it was funny. I grabbed a clip of it. It's from the other night when there was somebody got pepper sprayed. And I love the humor about a lot of this and the way that the live streamers and protesters put things together. Check this out.
Maybe touch his hand, but along came Spicy Eyes, not part of the plan. Spicy Eyes got sprayed, what a sight. Tried to touch Danny, got peppered in the light. Eyes watering, can't see a thing. Oh, Spicy Eyes, what a ding-a-ling. Hi, maybe touch his hand.
Oh, it's so cute. Spicy Eyes. I love the creativity that comes out of this. Who knew that you could have protests and there'd be so much creativity? The music, the songs. Of course, you know my favorite, Pearlsnappy with the song. And we got clips of hers coming up later. The original songs, it's too much. It's just so funny. I love it so much. LA Cam talked Xenu at La Poubelle with security and a police officer. And I thought this was hilarious. I love the education that goes on because a lot of them don't know, especially law enforcement in areas outside of Scientology hubs. So outside of California, outside of Clearwater, like in Austin and other areas where law enforcement is being educated on Scientology, it's a bit easier because they are not so in the pocket of Scientology as they are in the LAPD. But let's take a look at this. And again, this is from LA Cam.
The Scientologists are not allowed to say it because it's like their god that they're not allowed to know about until they spend $200,000. Because they have 8 levels to Scientology, and the 3rd level they learn about Xenu, and they're not allowed to learn about Xenu unless they spend around $100,000 to learn about them first. So.
No, I still. So what did I just say?
No. It's nothing bad. It's just bad Scientologists. You're not allowed to know about Xenu unless you hit OT3.
Which you just spent a good amount of money.
And it's over $150,000 to know about them. So
you're saying
I know.
I mean, yours not Scientology.
I'm not. Look, it doesn't matter. You guys are already made your opinions.
Wait. Yeah, you're not.
We're not saying.
They had him say Xenu and then explain to him. He explained to him what it was, and how Scientology aren't able to. They just aren't able to say that. What's interesting about that, though, which many of you already know, everyday Scientologists do not know about Xenu and body thetans. This is not something that's learned in Scientology until you have spent tens of thousands, sometimes even over $100,000 to learn about it on the upper levels in Scientology. And guess what, though? There's a lot of information out there about it. You can watch the episode, the South Park episode. You can see the actual information about it on the internet. It's been all over the place. And the more that they know and understand about Scientology, just the better. And it's not even the worst thing about Scientology. I mean, truly, if it's a belief, it's part of their origin story, like that's fine, right? It is really the thing about Scientology that makes it a cult is the way that it's enforced. People cannot just leave. People get harassed. Abuses are covered up, and so on and so on and so on. And often that Xenu, that whole story might be something that grabs somebody's attention about Scientology because it sounds crazy. But then they take a closer look and learn about the abuses and other things like that. So that's always why I think it's fun to bring up, but it piques curiosity. So you might learn about it because it's something funny or the laughs, but then take a closer look and learn and find out all about get educated on the abuses and what's really happening in Scientology. It's a great opener. Okay, so a few people sent me this clip, which is from Trolling Scientology, and it's making two Scientology centers call each other. This is I guess it's a series that they did, and enough people sent it to me that I thought, okay, let's share it. I don't even know how you do this. I really don't. Back in my day, get ready for a back in my day, because here it comes. I think the most we could do is three-way calling. When you get together, like, you get your girlfriend on the phone and you're going to crank call the boy that you like. I remember doing that in middle school. There's still they're still three-way calling, but that's what we did. And now today, I don't know how people do things like this to get this to work. Technology, gotta love it. Every generation has their ways of pranking and doing things like that. It's just more involved with technology today. So take a listen.
Making to Scientology centers call each other part 27.
Hello?
Church of Scientology, may I help you?
You're calling the Church of Scientology too.
Okay, well, it appears that you called me. This is
I
Miami Church of Scientology?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Originally, I received a phone call like 2 minutes ago, and I didn't hear anything, and now I received the same phone call. But maybe it was a call that... Huh?
Yeah, this was happening a couple of days ago, where like phones were just like we're calling each other, even though you didn't call me and I didn't call you. This was happening.
Maybe I'm thinking maybe somebody from upstairs is doing a phone call. But I have to figure out.
Yeah,
maybe
or
I have to
someone
find
is
out.
messing with our lines here. But
okay.
Yeah, if you didn't call me and I didn't call you,
weird.
then yeah, we'll just hang up, and then next time it happens.
You know what's funny? We have two different things. Like we have the day org and we have.
It's so who's on first, which is totally dating me using that example, but hopefully you guys know who's on first. Who, what? Oh, I just thought it was funny. Great way to start the morning. Okay, Hollywood Aja was on Nerd Report yesterday. I grabbed a clip of that. Definitely worth watching the entire interview. She's out, I swear, I think every day now since close to the beginning. So we're talking about a few months now. And she did an interview on Nerd Report. And I want to share a clip of that. And the link to the full video is down below. Check it out.
People are watching this like a show, like they're binge watching it. Like if it was a Netflix needs to buy this. Okay. If some, so is there a moment?
I've been told by viewers that they literally have discontinue and cancel their Netflix account because they love watching us so much, and they go from one streamer to the other one, back to back. They're jumping through all of us lives, and so we have become their, I guess I want to say, reality show.
What do you guys think about that? I know that that's been my experience, and this has been really amping up. I'm so behind. I don't even remember what shows I was watching on other channels. Tell me in the chat and in the comments, is this your new, like, are you really binging and watching all of this in lieu of other things? I think there's a lot of truth to that it's become the most popular reality show online to be able to watch this. A lot of you saying, yeah, it's the truth. Phyllis says, I've stopped watching TV. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sounds like it. It really sounds like it. I know that's been the case for me. Absolutely. It's interesting because it's really starting to take on a life of its own now. And again, I think eventually we are going to see something. There's got to be, I bet there's more than one documentary that comes out of all of this. Because so many, think about all the things that have happened. Each day, there's something crazy that's going on. Each day, there's a plot twist. Each day, it's like there's a new character. Just stuff out of left field. It really does make for entertainment and something to watch. And the beauty of that is, if you're coming for the entertainment, that's fantastic. But like I was saying earlier, you're going to learn, and you're going to learn about the abuses in Scientology, why it is a cult, and what can be done, what people can do to raise awareness about it so no one else gets into Scientology, and hopefully even to help the people who are in there to leave, because that's near and dear to my heart, because I spent 35 years in Scientology and I know what it's like. I know what it's like to feel like you want to leave, you don't like this, but there's so much when you have so much to lose, when you could potentially lose your family if you leave. The more and more that this gets out, it's going to get in front of Scientologists as well. And my hope is it gives them the strength to leave, to understand that there is life after a cult, to understand that they are in a cult, because of all these reasons that keep being shared and these examples of that. Yesterday, we talked about, what do we call it? Manure Gate. How one of Scientology's new tactics seems to be surrounding their building. And I'm specifically talking about the Celebrity Center and the Manor Hotel in manure. Let's surround it with manure, and then maybe people won't come by. Well, come on, it's going to keep everybody away from there. And multiple live streamers commented on how nasty the smell was. Why would you do that, right? You're like, why would you do that? And people who know about landscaping and gardening, because I do not, shared that this is not how you put out the manure. So it's not like they're even doing it correctly with their manure tech, right? What they're doing is, it's obviously there to create this disturbing smell, which is, again, it's backfiring on them. It totally will, because guess what you can do? If you live in the area around Celebrity Center and the Manor Hotel or in Los Angeles, you can file an odor complaint, which is a public nuisance violation. And there's a link here that I'm sharing, and the link's going to be down below. Let me show you this. The link will be down below where you can go and you can file a complaint, which is a smell complaint, an odor complaint, I think it's called, right? Odor complaints and public nuisance violations. You can go ahead. It shows you where you can call, how you can make an online complaint report, where you can actually call. But yeah, so if you were bothered by the smells around the Celebrity Center and Manor Hotel, I don't know if they're doing it around the blue buildings, though. Does anybody know? Let me know if someone caught that on video. Sandy, I'm dying. I just saw what you put. Oh my goodness. So true. So true. But has anyone seen it around the blue buildings? Is this something they're expanding with? Is this one of the new tools that they said they had, which we learned about in a leaked email from our favorite Scientology spy, Diane from Ventura? Is this part of it? Is there just going to be more of this? Is La Poubelle going to surround themselves in manure now, like a moat, a manure moat? I cannot get enough of it. I cannot. You know what else I can't get enough of? Jessica Palmadessa. This girl, I love her. She confronted the LAPD. And you know what's great is they seem to have a conversation with her about this, about why Scientology calls are prioritized. Why? Could it be because Scientology is the biggest donor to the LAPD and they're nonprofits? I don't know. Could it be because the LAPD gets paid overtime and it really makes them able to have a living wage? I don't know. What do you think? But take a look. This is Jessica Palmadessa, and I got a link down below to the whole video.
Okay, but genuine question for you. I'm not being rude or anything. How come, like, it's just very noticeable that, like, when they call, not the restaurant specific, but like when the Church of Scientology calls for something, you guys are there in instance. But when and we know for a fact they're sending out people to attack us, like physically attack us. They're slashing our tires, blah, blah, blah. We know that these are their tactics, this fair game tactics. We know. How come when we call you guys, it's like takes a year and a day for you guys to come?
Yep.
Exactly.
So depending,
That's
it all depends upon the call.
Yeah, that's right.
Every response time is always depends on the call. So everything gets prioritized, and what would be considered a like emergency lights and sirens is usually going to be like a robbery in progress, burglary in progress.
But when
the calls that have come in, and I'm not saying like this is you guys. I'm saying calls are coming in, and I don't know if it's them doing it or if it's a viewer that's gone off on their own, like not sponsored by you, but taking upon themselves to create some hoopla. If they call in something involving, there's a guy with a gun right now, he's shooting, there's a building, those things get a faster response, which is why usually silence lights and sirens.
But like
a battery that's already occurred and is a different priority call.
But like, say for instance, during the when Angel, the security guard over at the Scientology building, claimed that someone tapped him on the shoulder or whatever, you guys were there in seconds. But when a leprechaun in there,
that was the.
He looks like a leprechaun. I'm calling him a leprechaun.
Were those officers already there at the time?
No. They came flying for Angel. And then if we call though, and clear as day, and the first thing that officers came up, they watched the video and goes, why was your hand in the tent? First off, hand wasn't in the tent from every angle. And they did not care. They rolled their eyes and whatever. Clear as day. Then the next day I go into the police station, show the woman behind the desk the video, and she was like, you can see the look of shock on her face that literally nothing was done as a grown man punched me, and he's the manager in there. He's sitting in there right now.
The
yes,
old owner.
The oldest guy in there.
Again,
it's just and shut the fucking thing.
You understand, like, police officers don't take those calls, so it gets prioritized out of by civilians, out of communications. We just get sent them. Like, who's ever calling?
Well, why was nothing done? That's like my question.
He didn't take a report. Did they or did they not?
No, they
did
not.
I had to go back the next day.
But
if this was opposite
way
around,
and they got it all ready, and then all of a sudden they just got and they said file a report online or something.
Well,
it's just so fascinating. This officer, he actually had, I've seen clips of multiple conversations that he has had with the protesters where he's a little bit more kind of just trying to be in the middle on the whole thing, not too far this way, not too far that way. At least that's what I think he's trying to do. But I love that she brought that up and called it out, because even though what we've learned is the calls are prioritized by dispatch, dispatch tells them the priority of their calls. At least that's how I understand it to be. The more the officers know about, hey, did you know that this is happening? Did you know that this person got assaulted, that person got assaulted, and nobody came and nobody took a report? But when Scientology calls, and again, it's about those key words that Scientology is using to trigger an elevated response, which, okay, but why time after time after time, the LAPD arrives and that is not the case? What's being reported by Scientology, it's a total false fake call. So where's the accountability there with the LAPD to Scientology of, hey, you're calling in these fake calls, you're elevating these calls because you're using these keywords, which you know how to do, and they're complete and total BS. Where's the accountability there? So I'm glad that she brought it up, and I think it needs to keep being brought up as well, because what the heck? What the heck? Let's jump over to Denver. Denver Scientology Audit. He has been out there doing his thing and doing a lot of education, sharing with Scientologists. And I think I even saw a Steward member over there in Denver. I'm sure that there's a couple. Link down below. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and follow if you're not, because he's been doing a great job out there.
L. Ron Hubbard being a convicted felon. How do you feel about David Miscavige currently being served RICO paperwork in court? You know, they can't find him, so if he doesn't produce, he's going to get charged a lot of money. And you know who pays that? You. You give them money, the church? What kind of a church charges for their services? That's not a church, sir. That's a cult. That's a scam that you're involved with. Well, they're still coming and going.
I love that he brought up the money, because that is a button for Scientologists. This is a pain point for them. Even somebody on my best day in Scientology, I had a problem with the amount of money that they asked for, and the different organizations and front groups that they demanded that we pay to support. It's one thing to have to pay for your Scientology services. Okay. That by itself is very expensive. It is a whole nother thing to have demands put on you to buy their buildings to be renovated so they can sit empty in Austin for years, literally empty. They were in a temporary building because they did not have enough staff to move in. And it's paid for on the backs of Scientologists. On top of that, they're being demanded that they donate to the International Association of Scientologists. Why? Because that's what David Miscavige, the dictator of Scientology, uses as the war chest. They call it the war chest. You get a briefing. And in Scientology, if you're told that you're being invited to a special confidential briefing, you better leave your wallet at home, because that confidential briefing is code for, we're going to tell you what appears to be insider information, and then we're going to hit you up for money to solve the problem. Ridiculous. Over and over and over again. They would show up at our house to demand money for these different projects and things in the name of Scientology. They would give us they have two things they do. They either share propaganda about how they're out there helping so many people with the volunteer ministers or the Foundation for a Drug-Free World, or it's outright, hey, we're battling the psychs. That's what they call the psychiatrists. We're battling big pharma and the psychs, and we need your money. We need your energy. We need your help to battle this, so they don't get to your kids, so they don't get to your grandkids. They really play the whole fear thing. They really do. Over in San Diego, Full Court Press, go ahead and sub his channel. He is out there, and people are joining him now in San Diego to protest Scientology. And he had an interesting interaction with a police officer there that I thought was interesting and different. This is in San Diego. Let's take a little look and a listen.
No, he looked all creeped out. It's funny. Shit was funny.
Oh, yeah, Palm Springs.
Yeah, Palm Springs. Yeah, your videos be cracking me up, bro.
So I'm like this, but is this really?
Hold on. That is not the right spot. I want to go right to when the officer walks up. Excuse the fast forwarding. Look away so it doesn't make you dizzy. Look away. He's been out there for a while now. I want to say it's been maybe a month. I'm not sure. And if you don't know Nasty Nathaniel, he's also here on YouTube. And I think he's there in San Diego as well in this clip. I thought I heard that he was there. He protested Scientology years ago, does a lot of First Amendment audit stuff. And I could have sworn that he was there, that I heard that. Did I hear that? I think I heard that. Anyways, give it a look and a listen.
Hey, so first one right, you guys don't what you want. I got a call that essentially you guys are like trying to prevent them from going inside the building or something
Oh,
like
that's
that?
rubbish.
No, sir. No.
No, I mean, hey, if you guys, as long as you're not obstructing them from going inside and you guys aren't breaking anything or causing any disturbances, I don't have an issue with it. It is your First Amendment right to film. You're more than welcome to. You're on public sidewalk.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it. It came from this address here, so I'm gonna go check in with them and have a conversation with them.
The bullhorn usually scares them, so I usually say nothing, right? But you seem like you respect our rights, our First Amendment right. That bullhorn makes them feel a little scared, right? So that's not. It has nothing to do. You mean that's emotion, not law.
So I think it only does become a problem once it passes city ordinance hours.
Yes.
It's only 7:09.
Yes, 10 o'clock is the time. 40 decibels is the law. Yes,
Seems like you're all squared away. You got
got
it.
it.
Go.
Yep.
Is that Officer Castro?
Officer Ostad.
Ostad. Oh,
That's
okay.
number
I know what it
1176.
Everybody.
Well, I just want to say real quick, make a quick observation. You're very handsome.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you
a
so
good looking
much for
guy.
that.
Yeah, that's what my subs are saying too. Everybody go drop a good line on him at the police department website, because he came here and he says, I know your rights. Not a lot of cops do that. So
You guys have any questions, comments, concerns?
Well, just so you know, I don't know.
How friendly. He is cute too. What a different experience. What a different experience. Right off the bat, he acknowledges you have a right to do this. Just, if you could stay within these boundaries. How nice and lovely. Love that. Very different. Not what we have often seen. So it is nice to be able to share a clip of a police officer just, hey, you do have a right to be here. Just keep an eye on this. Don't break anything. Don't stop people from going into the building. Just lovely. Just lovely. Pearlsnappy. Pearlsnappy, Pearlsnappy, Pearlsnappy. In Austin. Now, remember people, there's something really big coming up. February 24th. It is for sure happening because Scientology has started to send out their own propaganda to their people. It's the opening of the Austin organization. Pearlsnappy and other people are going to be there protesting. Connect with her. Make sure you connect with her. And just to coordinate, because there are people helping to volunteer to coordinate all kinds of things. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. This is going to be epic. Yesterday, she was out there in front of the Scientology building. The one with the F sign toe, but now more letters of the sign are showing because the garbage bags that are over Church of Scientology are starting to fall down. Maybe that's how they'll do the big reveal. David Miscavige will just climb up a ladder and claw down the remaining garbage bags off the Church of Scientology sign. And boom, Ideal Organization is open. That's how I imagine it. They're going to go around and create a poop moat to keep those pesky college kids out. It is right across from one of the biggest colleges in the country. And many people stop and chat with Pearlsnappy, and a lot of them know about Scientology and know that's a cult. Some of them haven't heard of it, so they're being educated. She is just out there doing the Lord's work. Yes, she is. And to make it even better, she's creating original music to go along. I just cannot get enough. I cannot get enough. So let's take a look.
Not one church member from this fake church is out here helping.
There was a gentleman who was outside the right outside Scientology's building and was hurting, was overdosing. And no one from Scientology was about to come out there and lift a finger. Not offer a touch assist, nothing.
I always carry Narcan, but it's in my other bag. So I guess I can't say I always carry it. I usually do. They will be pissed, but they will be alive. And that's why you just got to give them Narcan and then run the hell away before they punch you in the face. Yeah, Tom Cruise. We need Tom Cruise for a touch assist. Yeah, they'll be pissed, but they'll be alive. Like, how? I didn't even know what to respond. Why would I carry Narcan? I don't know, because it can make you a superhero. I mean, like, have you ever saved somebody's life before, sir? I'm guessing the answer is no. Like, yeah, they helped the able, and apparently so did that guy.
She was able to get help for the guy. And what she's talking about is another gentleman was walking by and she said, "Hey, do you have any Narcan?" And he's like, "Why would I carry that?" And then she let him know why. And she carries it also, but it's in a different bag. So she didn't have it with her today, but was able to get some help because Tom Cruise was nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. How about that? How about that? Let's see. I got a couple clips from Pearl because she just makes me so happy. She makes me so happy. Makes me laugh. I get such a chuckle out of it. I hope you guys do too. Make sure you go over and subscribe to her channel. All right, let's take a peek at this one. Oh, wait, hold on. We watched that one already. Let's watch a different one. I think this is the one with the original song, maybe. Let's take a look.
All their staff that they've been waiting for to come back just flew in last night. Because they're amping up.
So she's talking to some kids from the college and letting them know what the deal is.
So the grand opening is the 24th. It's set now.
Because it's been like under renovations for so long.
These are all of the names here. These are the YouTube handles for kids that are now adults that survived this cult and are on YouTube telling their story.
Okay, wow. I want to take two.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. It's Pearlsnappy.
Yeah, I want to know it.
Is
You got it?
what Pearlsnappy? I'll write that down.
Is
Is that your channel?
I'm Pearlsnappy. These are their survivors. Some of these
Are you
people.
live streaming this or
Yes,
doing this?
but the camera's on me.
Pearlsnappy.
Yep, on TikTok and YouTube. But I'm live on YouTube right now. So we're trying to get as many people to come out here on the 24th.
That's the account right there.
That's me.
Okay, perfect. I'm a sub.
Awesome, thank you.
Of course. I love what you're doing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
How great is that? You know, these kids from the college, they're finding out. They're seeing signs. They're getting curious. They want to know what's going on. Some of them know about it. Some of them don't. But she's really getting them educated, and word will spread throughout this campus. She's been out there getting out the word that, hey, they're opening on February 24th. And they hear her out there singing. They see her out there doing her thing. And it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay, I think I have a clip of part of one of her original songs here. I love that she does this. When I had her on the channel the other day, we were talking about like how she comes up with these just creative ideas. She's just like on the fly often.
Dave Miscavige, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out building fences around your cult. Oh, you're a small one, and I know that you've got your reasons, but these things that are pleasing you hurts everyone else, mainly the kids. You got that on camera? Hey, Dave. Hello, Linda. What's up, Kyle? How y'all doing in there? Mayor of Crazy Town, I know you're watching. Stacy girl, how you doing?
Just nobody can do. It's just so original. I love it. I love it. Marcia, question, is Aaron okay? Far as I know, I did not hear from him yesterday, but did the night before. And he said he was getting better, feeling better, and thought he might be back yesterday. So hopefully we will see him soon, but keep sending your positive vibes. And if you pray, prayers for that he's doing better and feeling better as well. Sherry Wright says it's called adrenochrome, blood of dead babies. Ew. And it is a very real thing all over the internet. Okay, this is in reference to the first clip I shared that talked about that gold juice that Whitney Cummings was speculating was coming from Scientology. Interesting. Free and chill. Natalie, thanks for the recap. I'm on vacay and out of the country. Good for you. I'd be lost by the time I get home without the recaps. I am just here to serve. You guys keep showing up. I will keep showing up. Absolutely. And you're killing me with all the poop jokes. It is just too funny. Pura Vida, Texas Southern hospitality. Yes. Many of them are polite. I've noticed that. She's spoken to multiple young people from the college, and so many of the interactions are really polite. I love that. I love that. Tracy in Tulsa says, I'm behind that officer. It's cute. So you must be talking about the one in San Diego. Yep. Sandy Lee, I freaking love her. Yes, absolutely. I do too. She just cracks us all up. I can't get enough. Cannot get enough, truly. And she's got so many. You know what she needs? We're going to need, like, is there a way to, Pearlsnappy, I think we're going to need you to record these and then maybe create an album. Can we have it on Spotify? How do we do this? I would like to listen to one after the other. Maybe we could do a greatest hits. I don't know. You tell me. If you're still here in the chat, can you make an album? Can you? Can we do a best of? Can we do a hottest hits list? Please tell me that we can. And yes, shout out to the college kids. Absolutely. What is it? Is it the University of Texas? Somebody say in the chat or in the comments that's there. Because you know word's going to get out. The more people out there who are protesting right now, especially leading up to the opening, the more attention it'll grab. And the kids are going to get curious. They're going to ask about it. They're going to look. They're going to share. And word will get out. And I wouldn't be surprised if they showed up to help her. Polkaroo. Yes, you have to. You say, I'm working on an anti-Scientology jungle song. Might send it to her. Please do. If you're sending it to Pearlsnappy, send it to me too. I want to hear. I want to hear. Bo Beats, I think a great phrase to say to Scientologists is every org across America is empty, not just yours. That is a brilliant idea. And yes, I think that that actually is great. You should do it. You should do it. People should do that because that is really a thing in Scientology. I remember when I was in Scientology, we thought our organization was the only one that was small and failing. No, turns out it was pretty much all of them. Pretty much all of them. And that's something they don't know because the propaganda that they're given when they go to these different events like L. Ron Hubbard's birthday, which is coming up March 13th, which remember people at the channel here, we are playing the birthday game. In Scientology, they play a birthday game where they get their statistics straight up and vertical and they get points for it to win this birthday game. I'm playing my own birthday game, and that's to get to 20,000 subscribers by L. Ron Hubbard's birthday, March 13th, as my gift. My gift. It is the gift to Scientology, my gift to L. Ron Hubbard, our gift to David Miscavige that will keep on giving. So I'm playing my own little birthday game out here. Make sure you like this video, people. It really helps to get out the notifications, and I truly appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I love all your poop jokes. This is absolutely hilarious. Nelly, do you fear for your safety since speaking out on Scientology? No, I don't. I do not fear for my safety. Interestingly, I feel more safe than I think I ever have. But you know why? Because there's so many numbers. There's so many people speaking out against Scientology. Huge numbers of people never in Scientology who are interested in it, who are finding out, who are forwarding, sharing this message, who are amplifying the voices of the victims of Scientology. And there is safety in those numbers. It is not like it was before. There were many times over the past decades where people, harassment still happens, but they kind of save it for, you know, bigger targets. I'm not so worried about that. What are they going to do? I'm boring anyways. If they wanted to follow me, they could. I go to work, I come home, I show homes. I'm on the internet a lot. I like to watch a lot of camping videos, things about camping. I like to put things in an Amazon wish list that's all camping stuff. It's ridiculous. I've built this thing. That's like one of my favorite pastimes, actually. I don't put it in my cart because I don't want to be buying all that right now, but I keep it. I get addicted to the shorts reels about RVs and camping and all these gadgets. And then I'm like, yes, put it on my favorites. It's how I decompress after doing a lot of Scientology stuff, is get into all the RV videos. Roxy, yes, this is my new obsession, watching all the streamers. Me too. I really think it is the best thing on the internet and better than television. Be sure if you see something, say something. Email me, Natalie@tonkatalk.com. Send a clip, send a timestamp, tell me what I'm looking at. Let me know what it is. It really helps me put these things together. because I want to know what you guys are talking about, what you find interesting. And when multiple people especially send me the same thing, then I know, yes, this is something that we need to talk about. And there's going to be so much more to talk about tomorrow with what is going to go down around the country really today when it comes to Scientology news. And I've been doing more digging into Scientology front groups. So we're going to get a bit more into that as well. I appreciate all of you being here. Please hit that subscribe button and the like button on the way out. And most of all today, get out there and have the most amazing cult-free day.